We're going to use Generative Expand along with the crop tool to straighten a crooked photo. So here I have a photo that is, the horizon is at an angle here, and what I want to do is level that off. Now the crop tool is here. This is one that, you typically just use to hone in on part of an image that you want to crop down to. I'm going to click on delete cropped pixels here, click the checkbox, and then you can see that it gets rid of anything that I don't want, and it just allows me to crop in on the image in a different way. One important note as you're practicing this, if you're following along in the interactive Photoshop file, is because I've now done a crop, this is cropping all of my other layers and groups and things. So after you get done experimenting and learning how to do this straighten a crooked photo, you're going to want to back up in your history window to before you did any cropping. Otherwise, like I said, it's going to crop everything in this, and that might mess up things that you had previously done. But we do, in this case, want to crop in on this. Like I said, with delete crop pixels clicked, and then we'll make sure we don't have any white pixels remaining around the edge. Click check. And then we're going to go back to the crop tool, continue using the crop tool. But here under where it says fill, we're going to change that to generative expand now. And then what we can do is rotate. Now I do want to unclick delete crop pixels at this point so that we end up with this transparent background around the photo. Then we can level it off in a way that feels much less crooked. Click check, and then Photoshop is going to come up with some solutions for how to make this fill in those transparent areas. We'll see them generating here in the properties window, and yeah, those all look good. Some may be better than others, of course, but ideally you found one that will work great, or you can do generate similar until you find one that is going to work. And it's really as simple as that. Now, like I said, from here, normally you would not want to do something like this in a file that has tons of other layers and things that you're working on. You're just going to do it in its own Photoshop file, crop it, straighten it, save it, and that's it. But in this case, we've done it in the mix of a much bigger file. So I am going to back up here above where I cropped, and then from there I'll move on to the next example.